Right, boys. Path of Exile 1. Look, I haven't been around for a while. I made a post. I caught that Cyclospora parasite. It's been absolute hell. It's been 5 days. I was feeling better today. Ate a little bit of food. Feel like my fever came back. I feel like shit. I don't know when I'm gonna get back to streaming. I can't. I have to just, if you look into what it is, you'll understand. It's a fucking pain in the ass. But look, PoE 1. I was honestly gonna skip that. I wasn't really into Mirage. I was gonna skip this league, but I was laying on the couch watching it, and Mercenaries are coming back. The new mechanic looks cool. I mean, Pirates, new Ascendancy. We'll get the patch notes in a little bit when the Q&A is done, but I want to just go over a few points here about what it is. I kind of made like a rapid fire, like, here's the details if you don't want to watch the whole thing. All right, so I'll let this play in the back and go over here. So I guess this is technically the first like boat league, right? But we go into the sea, and the stuff it shows, you can either place them to keep like pushing the water back or like have it automatically do it. But it looks fun. Players will find charts across raid class to guide the Corsair captain's ship. I think her name is Valerie. Is underwater exploration, right? So you'll use this like sphere to explore the seafloor, and it's like old school, like beginnings of like the old big like diver, shit that you would see. But you go down and you get Dead Man Sulfur, which think of it, if you've been playing PoE 2, is like Verisium, and then you use that and you can craft ghost items. They don't block each other's stats. Like if you use an Exalt Orb on that, it'll give you outcomes if you use that Exalt Orb for everything. But they can roll the same thing. It doesn't like block them. But yeah, so the lanterns are powered by Dead Man Sulfur, which are harvested from the corrupted underwater coral. As the lantern power fades, creatures of the deep are going to attack you, requiring a swift escape, blah, blah, blah. You can send your loot up in the... You can keep sending these like little things down with your loot, send it back to the surface. I don't know if there's a limit on it, but you can just keep sending your loot back and stay down there. You do voyages. Voyages are built on it's like these charts, right? So each chart applies modifiers to adjacent charts. They have them like on the edges. There's like each time you do a chart, I think it was like nine charts you put in. It's like a whole map, and you go run it. Like I was saying, loot stores in a capsule within each chart area and sent to the surface upon request. They got the new crafting system. Basically, you offer an item, currency, and then the sulfur to Vesper, which is, he's like a soul bound to the ship. And then you split the item into multiple ghostly outcomes. Some pretty cool things they showed that can happen with that. Players choose one outcome to keep permanently, so you keep one of the outcomes, and then you're good to go. I think they were called Ducats. I think that's what they were. They enable unique crafting methods, such as splitting an item into 4 copies with preserve mods, or altering attribute requirements. So basically, say an item's got intelligent requirement, you can put in that item and then change it to strength or dexterity, which is pretty cool. One big thing is chromatic orbs. You don't have to do it anymore. Like, you would get your 6 sockets, and then you'd have to get the correct colors on it, and then 6 link it. Now you will get bonuses now, depending on if you get the right skill gem, support gem in the right color, but it's not mandatory anymore. And that's going to be especially helpful in the campaign when it's beginning of the league, you don't have a lot of chromatic orbs, and you get an upgrade, but you're like, oh, well, it doesn't have 2 reds and a blue. That's what I need. You don't have to worry about that anymore. So you can just socket whatever into it, which I think is really cool. So now if you do place a colored socket what they showed was if you put the green in the green color, it gave you an extra 10% quality, which is pretty massive. So if you still, obviously you're still going to want to eventually endgame get all the colored sockets you need linked up, but you don't have to anymore, which I think is pretty cool. Especially it's just going to be for mapping, and or not mapping, for like leveling a new league character. That's probably gonna be the only time you're gonna do it. Spell casting has changed a little bit. Physical spells now feature high critical strike chances with lower base damage, and lightning spells have like way higher cast speed, but they drain more mana. It looks pretty insane, so that's cool. New notables have been added to the Assassin, Occultist, and Inquisitor ascendancies to support general spellcasting. There's a new skill gem, Mana Infused Staff. It raises block chance, reduces spell mana cost, and retaliates against hits with Arcane Lightning. They have exceptional gems. They're called packs. The new endgame skills replace traditional mana cost by inflicting an additional affliction debuff on the player in exchange for massive spell empowerment. So they showed when it triggers, you get a big boost to whatever, but then it was like 20-30% reduced movement speed for 4 or 5 seconds. So it's like risk reward. Mercenaries are coming back. They're not really going core, but they're going to be on the Atlas tree, and you can only keep your mercenaries if you go Scion. That's it. If you don't, when you find them, they only stay for like a limited amount of time and then they leave. If you want to keep them, like in the Merc League, you have to be the Scion, and New Ascendancy like gives like based around keeping them and getting buffs for them, or them buffing you. So players encounter and duel mercenaries. Obviously, you were there, you know how that works. Defeated mercenaries become temporary allies unless you're the Scion. Players can request a tradable warrant now to fight the mercenary later with new item drops, but you can only do it once per mercenary. So you can't keep saving him for later. And then the new Scion Ascendancy, the Luminary, allows the permanent hiring of up to 3 mercenaries, opening up new build combinations where you can directly equip them with unique items. So it'd be like the League again. Abyss got a rework. It's basically like they got rid of the old where you had to like chase the fizzer. It's like basically how it is in PoE 2 now. The backtracking, they said, is eliminated. Abyssal pits are now completely pre-opened. Abyss is now the exclusive source for Stygian Vises and Abyssal Jewels. A new Pinnacle boss and exclusive unique items have been added. Legion got an overhaul, which I'll probably do a lot of Legion farming. Seems like you can get like, you can transform uniques, and it looks pretty good. So incubators are completely removed from the game. So basically, instead of putting it on the item and then running around or fighting however many enemies, basically now you have to go to, think of like PoE 2 endgame, where you have to, like if you're doing breach, you have to go to the monastery. So you go to the place where there's this like crystal in the center, and then there's like another crystal you can touch, and then you put the items for the new Legion stuff in there with the unique you want, and then you activate it, and then monsters spawn, defeat the monsters, and then you get the item with the new implicit on it. So that's basically how that's going to work. Yeah, the new rewards. Enshrouding crystals allow players to transfer powerful implicit modifiers from one unique item to another inside of the domain of timeless conflict. So it said from one unique item to another, but I only saw them put in one unique, so I don't know if it's just like a random pull from the other uniques or what. You know, what to see from the patch notes. Legion encounters now start automatically without the need to hunt down every single monster. Talismans now exclusively drop only from the bestiary red beasts. Talismans no longer drop corrupted, allowing for full crafting. And talisman modifiers are now enchantments rather than implicits, directly competing with blight anointments. There's Atlas anomalies now. Destabilization from previous expansions cause free to enter anomalies to randomly appear on the Atlas. Examples: the Abode of Paradise features Kadiro trading items for gold, which basically he had like 8 options, and every time you re-roll it costs more gold. And if you leave while you have like 5 re-rolls left and then you come back to him, he'll still have that same item and those same rolls. And then once you get down to 0, then it like completely resets to new things. But they don't, it's not new every time. It stays with whatever you left off on. Other anomalies like the Nameless Seer, Reflecting Mist are fully revealed. Heist Wings. Scrying is no longer tied to the Seer. Now performed using a new tradable scrying orb. And then the supporter packs, there's like one for plague and one for purifying the plague. So like one will spread disease in town and then the other will cleanse the disease while you're in town. The cleansing one comes with a pretty sick hideout that you can like jump off the cliff. I think that's pretty much it as far as like a little recap goes, and so you don't have to watch the whole thing. But I'm actually pretty excited for this. I mean, the more I play PoE 2, the more I really just prefer PoE 2. But I mean, you can't deny how great PoE 1 is. It's hard to go back without like a dodge roll, and then like everything's so like zipping around and fast, and controller support isn't as good, and then you don't have WASD for people that got used to that. So it is a little bit of adjustment, but it's still a good game, you know. But I'll probably definitely be playing this. The other problem is Grim Dawn comes out the day before this. Grim Dawn comes out Thursday. This comes out on Friday, and I was really excited to play Grim Dawn because that's just such a good game. Grim Dawn that expansion's not going anywhere, so I'll probably play it Thursday right up to launch a PoE and then switch, because obviously you want to get in on a league while it's fresh, you know, and really get in there. And Grim Dawn, while it's a fantastic game, it's not going anywhere. You can wait a week or 2 and play it. I might do certain hours on this and then certain hour of that. I don't know. I never really go too crazy in the PoE 1 leagues, so I might do 4 hours a day of each. I don't know, depending on what happens. But yeah, let me know what you think about it. Pretty excited, and it's next Friday, normal time, with 3 p.m. my time. And subscribe, come back, and I'll see you on the next one.